सभी का स्वागत है। मेरा नाम पारस कालरिया है। मैं आईटी डिपार्टमेंट में यहाँ पे पढ़ाता हूँ और लॉकडाउन के बाद ये शायद पहला बुक टॉक है जिसमें हम लाइब्रेरी में मिल रहा है। वैसे तो लाइब्रेरी की परंपरा के अनुसार एवरी सैटरडे हम बुक टॉक में मिलते ही हैं। तो VECD सेल, वैल्यू एजुकेशन फॉर कॉन्शियसनेस डेवलपमेंट सेल में भी हमने एक ऐसा डिसीजन लिया कि एवरी सैटरडे जो हम वीकडेज में अध्ययन करते हैं उसके अलावा कोई ऐसी चीज़ों पर डिस्कशन हो जिसमें कोई ब्रांच स्पेसिफिक या डोमेन स्पेसिफिक नॉलेज हमें मिले। तो इससे पहले के सैटरडे में हमने फार्मेसी डिपार्टमेंट में से ड्रग के ऊपर, जो दवाइयाँ होती है मेडिसिन, उसके ऊपर बातचीत की थी। और आज के दिन हमारे सेल में से ही हमारे प्यारे विजय गंजवाणी जी पिछले कई दिनों से वो मनीष सिसोदिया की बुक शिक्षा के ऊपर अपना अध्ययन कर रहे थे। तो हमने आज डिसाइड किया था कि क्यों ना इसके ऊपर बुक टॉक ही दिया जाए। तो अर्लियर है वो सेल में वो डिसाइड किया था, लेकिन उसके बाद जैसा कि प्लेटफॉर्म है लाइब्रेरी का, वहाँ पे बुक टॉक करने का डिसीजन किया। जैसा कि आप सब लोग जानते ही हैं, मनीष सिसोदिया जी दिल्ली में आपकी गवर्नमेंट में जो एजुकेशन में काम किया है उन्होंने, गवर्नमेंट एजुकेशन में, चाहे वो हैप्पीनेस करिकुलम हो या फिर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर अपना अलग ही सिलेबस डिज़ाइन करने की बात हो, उसके ऊपर एक रेवोल्यूशनरी काम हुआ है। और उसको लेके ही एक बुक उन्होंने लिखी शिक्षा करके। तो आज वो बुक का ब्रीफ डिस्कशन हम श्री विजय भैया से सुनेंगे। विजय भैया VECD सेल में है, वो पिछले 4 साल से काम कर रहे हैं अंडर द बैनर ऑफ अर्लियर एज ए यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यू सेल। और वो अपनी एक खुद भी बुक लिख रहे हैं, नेम बेस्ड ह्यूमन मैन्युअल, गुजराती में आने कीधुं माणसનું મેન્યુઅલ। તો પોતે છે લખે પણ છે અને આજે બુક છે એનું સરસ પ્રસ્તુતિ આપણી વચ્ચે રાખશે। બધાનું ફરીથી સ્વાગત કરું છું અને વિજયભાઈને આમંત્રણ ઓવર ટુ યુ।
हेलो, नमस्ते सभी को। दिस इज फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी फॉर स्पीकर। थैंक यू टू ऑल फॉर गैदरिंग ओवर हियर। बुक स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं आपको आई वांट टू थैंक शीतल मैम, बिकॉज हम जब बुक के बारे में या कुछ बात करते हैं तो वो सिर्फ एक स्मॉल टॉक होती है, लेकिन हम जब लाइब्रेरी में करते हैं तो वो इवेंट बन जाती है। So, making this event, thanks for it, and I thank all the participants for gathering over here. My introduction, myself Vijay Gandwani, and I have done BE Electronics and Communication in 2004, and I have done my MTech in VLSI Design in 2015, and currently working as a member of VECD cell. Now, this is the gist or short introduction to the book written by Sri Manish Sisodia ji, and he has worked as a Deputy Chief Minister as well as Education Minister in Delhi after. Okay, so first of all, I want to give some overview. Jeevan Vidya is a part of Madhyas Darshan Sahastitwavad. Propounder is Sri A. Nagaraj ji. And the purpose of Jeevan Vidya is to spread right education to the world. We will not discuss what is Jeevan Vidya, but we will discuss how Jeevan Vidya transformed the education system at various places. So this was the basic target. We want to we want to discuss some models, and this is the Delhi education model is one of the model. So first slide I have put in that way. So today we will discuss the transformation in Delhi education by Jeevan Vidya understanding. Now this is a small introduction. Sri Manish Sisodia came in touch with Jeevan Vidya nearly in 2008. In 2015, when he became the Deputy Chief Minister, he decided to introduce this content in education. in education. Because he was always means already knowing what is the content, and he has worked many years with Sombaya. He has also edited the Children's Shibir of 2010. So he has studied deeply the Jeevan Vidya content, and then when he got the place as an education minister, then he decided to implement this content. Now, all the details of revolution in Delhi education is written in a book called Shiksha by Manish Sisodia. This book is divided in two parts: how he changes the infrastructure and how the Jeevan Vidya content was implemented. So we will see both the parts in very short. First, this is the book by Manish Sisodia. The content, the part 1 content is the foundation of education. First topic is budget, a game changer, because he was the education minister as well as deputy chief minister, so he was able to increase the budget of education. He has done some changes in infrastructure. He has worked on the principals, teachers. He had created a new model called mentor teacher, and he also has worked with parents, because always when we listen to Sombaya, he says these are the 4 pillars. When one children is going for 20 years education, there are 4 pillars: that parents, teachers, society and content. So he already worked on these 4 pillars. And in second phase, education as a foundation. The education model of coexistence, Jeevan Vidya Shibir. So in second part, he started with Jeevan Vidya Shibir. He has arranged many Shibirs for teachers, principals and up to secretary level. And then they developed happiness class and curriculum of happiness, and then they developed entrepreneurship mindset curriculum. So one by one we will see how he created all the things. So this is the part 1, foundation of education. In 2015, the government of AAP first time in Delhi. They decided to change the education system. First time, education budget was doubled to 25% of the total budget. Now, this was one revolution, because normally in central government, if we see the education budget is normally around 2 to 3 or 4%, and maximum budget goes to the defense. That is nearly 16%. But he was the first person, and he decided that our focus should be on the education. So if we transform the education, we don't require any defense system. And he has also discussed at the international platform that this is more important than defense budget. First time, government schools were transformed like private schools. First, he focused on the infrastructure, because whenever he talked to principal and students and teachers, all says one thing, that we are not having infrastructure. How we can deliver? We want to deliver, but this is the problem. So first of all, he tried to overcome these difficulties, and according to data, Delhi required new 30,000 classrooms for students. In first phase, they developed 8,000 new classrooms and 25 new schools were added. Now, there was very much deficiency, because the strength of students was very high and the classrooms were very less. So many times there was not classrooms were and building infrastructure was not available, and in that environment also teachers and principals were struggling and giving the education to the students. So he decided to develop first the infrastructure, and in second phase 12,000 classrooms were added, new classrooms were added, and some old classrooms were renoved, and new places were identified, and they created the infrastructure. Now, the second step was empowering the leadership, principals. Now, after giving the infrastructure, there was some lack in the principals' motivation, and there was lacking in teachers' motivation. because the system was very not fair with them. So, and when we were listen to Sombaya, he told that principal is the captain and teacher is the pilot and students are the passengers. Government can only give the infrastructure. Manish Sisodia cannot go to the classroom and teach the students because that should be performed only by the teachers or the principals. He can only give the infrastructure. So he think that we have to empower principals and teachers. Okay, so first step was done on the principals. The school principals were given the authority. Every school building now has an annual budget of 5 lakh to 14 lakh. Okay, so initially the school principal was having only authority of 5,000, and that 5,000 is also passed when your file passed through 3 tables. Okay, so he has increased the budget and he has given the authority to the principal to use the money for the infrastructure. This can be used without any official intervention by school committee. The school committee will decide and they can develop anything, their own. They don't have to ask a director, deputy director, nothing. They were given the authority that you can utilize this much budget to your school. Authority to hire guest teacher in case of deficiency of teachers. Now, principal was not authorized to depute any ad hoc teacher or guest teacher, but they have decided due to some government rules they were not able to do that. So they have also provided authority to they have to make a committee of parents, parents and principal and teachers, and they will decide that we want 2 teachers. At least they were given authority of 2 teachers as a guest teacher. Okay. Now in April 15, 2015, 1,000 principals were given the task to prepare a vision document for their schools. First time any education minister called the principals. There is 1,000 schools and all the principals were called and they were given a task that you develop how you want to develop your school, and you have to give the report in 200 pages. How, if you are given all the authority, what you will do for your school. And only 200 principals submitted the document. 54 principals were selected for transforming their schools. And financial power of principal increased from 5,000 to 50,000. This is the principal power, that was the school power. State manager for every school was hired for repair and cleanliness. Whenever Manish Sisodia visit the school, he sees the principal is busy on doing some work which is not related to education. That is repair, maintenance, and many things come. So they were not able to focus on the main work, that is education. So this was the proposal and it was accepted by Manishji, and they were given the power of deputing the estate manager. They can hire any person. There were some qualification for that person and the school will pay them. And the only task of that estate manager is to look after the maintenance and cleanliness of the school. So principal is free and now he can focus on the education only. Authority principal to transfer 2 teachers annually who are creating problems in the system. Now this authority was given to principal because when we are transforming something, some teacher will show and they will not accept the changes. So at that time, principal was, and there was very much opposition to this because teachers unions are there and they have done opposition to this concept, but finally it was accepted and they realized that there is no teacher were there who is creating. All were in support to this, and none of the principal required to transfer any teacher because due to this they started working in harmony. Training for principals from IIM Lucknow and IIM Ahmedabad. So principal are the leaders. So they were given training to the IIMs. So best training they have provided to principals to run their school. Okay. I am Ahmedabad. I have designed some curriculum for the principal training, and one by one some principal and a lot of 15, 20 they were sent to the I am Ahmedabad and I am Lucknow, and they were prepared. They were given training how to manage the team. Okay. Training of teachers and principal at Cambridge and USA and Finland, and when we were at Hapur for the Adhyan, there were 33 teachers. In that lot also, many teachers got the chance to visit the Finland. Okay, they were discussing with us that we have seen these things in Finland and Cambridge, and they have shared many things with us. They are following. Separate cabin, separate printer, means many facilities are given to the students and many facilities are given to the teachers also, because their priority is education. So teachers were going over there and they were sharing their feedbacks to the education minister. These changes are required, and then after these changes were implemented in the Delhi schools. One teacher bought colorful chairs for their students, as there were no enough desks were available in the school. Now, once Manish ji visited one school, over there the nursery children were sitting, and there were colorful desks available over there. So the school was not looking good, means outside infrastructure was not good, blackboard was not available, nothing was there. But he saw the one classroom is having colorful desk. So he asked the principal, how you have purchased this desk. So he shared that one teacher is there, and he is very innovative, and he is very helpful to students. And at the birthday of his child, teacher think that if I am spending 20,000 to 25,000 on my child, it is better to give these desks to the children who are there. So instead of using 25,000 in the birthday party, he brought these desks and donated to the school. And after 1 year, she was transferred to another school. But this was the sharing by one of the teachers. Yesterday also, I have seen one video on Facebook, but I was not able to download. I wanted to share with you how many teachers are dedicated to students, and they are doing much work. Even though they are not having much facilities, then also if teacher want to transform education, then they can do. Teachers were free from the responsibility of filling family register and conducting survey. When they decide this, the election commission was not ready to accept this. They have done opposition, but very strongly Manish ji put this point with them, and they accepted their. But they have told that we will provide another staff, but teachers will not do this thing because they are busy, they are engaged in this type of work, so they are not able to focus on the education. No need to write daily work progress according to guidelines, freedom to teach any chapter anytime. Now in SCRT, there is a rule that you have to make a diary and you have to write everyday work what you are doing, and that is in a fixed manner, means first chapter first, second chapter second. But this was sharing of few teachers, so they have removed this progress diary, and they have allowed all the teachers that you can create your own manual, you can create your own material, and you can teach anything first, anything last. It is up to you. You decide your curriculum. Teachers were given freedom to develop their own guidebook to teach students. Material was created by teachers called Pragati. This was the big project. Many teachers were assigned, many teachers were selected to create the material because the ready-made material which is available, it is not relevant to the syllabus. So every teacher created their own, and they combined all the material and they give the name as Pragati. Out of 50,000 teachers, 18,000 teachers were either guest or contract teachers. these teachers were given salary hike near to the regular teachers. Now what happening means many teachers who are guest teacher or ad hoc teachers, they were doing second job or classes or other things, so they were not able to focus on the main education. So they were given the hike up to the regular teachers, so they can focus more on that. Till 2015, every year guest teachers were removed and given appointment again. This rule was removed from 2015 and now guest teachers are equivalent to a regular teacher. Every teacher was given a desk and a computer for their work like attendance and exam result preparation. So this was also opposition because regular teachers are selected through some examination and some they have to go through the interviews and everything, and the ad hoc teachers were directly given the salary hike. So there was a opposition of regular teachers, how they can increase the salary, but then it was accepted because they are doing the same work. Okay. And every teacher was given a desk, and that is done. Provide tablets to teachers, which took 2 long years to pass the file. He was sharing that even though I am an education minister, even though I am a deputy chief minister, then also to give a tablet to a teacher, it took 2 years because the director, the secretary level persons who are so resilient, they think that desktop and these type of instruments are required only to the directors and higher authorities. Why teachers are given these type of instruments? They don't require anything. So it took 2 years to pursue them. The teachers also doing some good work and they should be provided this so we can take fast attendance and we can share material with the students. And renovation of staff rooms, copy machine and fridge in every staff room, reduce the syllabus by 25% up to class 8. These were the initiatives taken by many initiatives are written over there, and all these were the feedback of teachers and principals, and they were doing out of 24 hours. He said that I was talking to teachers and principals 18 hours. I was constantly talking to teachers. I was taking the feedback, what changes they want, and accordingly these changes were implemented. Now this is the new concept, mentor teacher, a new tradition. Mentoring and training was not available for teachers. One mentor teacher for every 5 schools. Now they decided that for every 5 schools, whatever teachers are available there, 50, 100, 150, there will be one mentor teacher who will guide all the teachers, because many caliber teachers were available, but they were not utilized properly. So they decided this scheme, and 1200 teachers showed the interest to become the mentor. 200 teachers were selected for 1000 schools, because every 5 schools we want one teacher. So out of 1200, only 200 teachers were selected. So extra incentive for mentor teachers, because they have to travel around 5 schools every day and they have to guide every school teacher. So extra incentives were given and for their motivation. Continue 100 teachers and replace 100 teachers every year as a mentor teacher. And they were also 200 teachers were given the training for like Jeevan Vidya workshop and other workshop were given training or visit to other schools, other countries, Finland, Cambridge, Oxford. So they are given training first, and then they were implemented to the as a mentor teacher. Near about 40 mentor teachers have given their feedback in the book. I have read all the feedbacks. Few teachers were with us in Hapur also, Karamveer Bhaiya and many more. So 40 teachers have given their feedback in that book. So I have not written the feedback. This PPT may become 100 pages. They all have shared positive things happen to their life after becoming mentor teachers. Parents participate with dignity. Now in every institution, the parents are most ignored person. Means parents are not asked anything regarding the future of the child, what they want, how they want to contribute to the school. They are never called. Okay. So what they have done, Manish Sisodiaji has already attended this workshop. So he told that parents are also one pillar for the education system. So they must be involved. Okay. So building a bridge between school and parents, formation of SMC, School Management Committee, in transparent way by election. SMC was given fund and some authorities to work as an autonomous body. SMC can hire teachers also. So if parent says that we require extra teacher, then the school has to hire the teacher because he was a part of that school committee. Okay. So parents were also given the power that you can decide what is the good and what is the bad for the school. And due to this thing, many parents came and helped the school, which government was not able to do the things. Parents, using their context, they were doing more things because they thought that our children are there. So they have started participating. Every 3 months, one mega PTM parent teachers meeting was decided to arrange. Date for that PTM will remain same for all the Delhi government schools. Very good results of mega PTM. Manish ji shared one thing that once there was a date of PTM parent teachers meeting, and I was walking through one school and I have seen one line, and I think that there may be some elections. And he was surprised that there was a big line and big queue for attending the PTM. Means parents were standing in a queue and they have come to attend the PTM. So this was surprising for him. But they have done many things. They have given aid into radio, televisions, newspapers. They motivate parents to attend the PTM. And once they have attended the PTM, then there was no requirement for doing any advertisement. They themselves come to the PTM. Okay. Because they think that we are the part of the school and we are the part of the education system. So we must attend this PTM. And they were welcomed like their parents don't thought that in government school that type of respect we will get. There were some teachers, they are giving the breakfast, tea, and they were taken to the classroom, they were given the results, and they were asked what improvement you want. So it's an amazing experience for the parents also. And many parents have shared those things to Manish. Now this is the part 2. That part was related to infrastructure, training of principal, and training of teachers, everything. In this part, he has covered that how Jeevan Vidya put an impact on the teachers and principals and other higher authorities. What he has done to change the mindset. Okay, मानसिकता को change करने के लिए उन्होंने ये second part लिखा. First was physical things, and second part is related to mental things. So what mental things he changed, what thought process, how he changed the thought process of teachers and principals, that is narrated in this part. So name is given Education as a Foundation. Jeevan Vidya scheduled live education workshop. He told that this is based on, he has written in the book, this is based on Madhya's Darshan, inspired by education philosopher Sri A. Nagaraj. Because he was meeting with him and many times he met with him, and he recognized that the education can be revolutionized by this person has given step by step education, how we should give the education to first standard, second standard. All the curriculum was developed by him. So he used the word education philosopher for A. Nagaraj. Entire education department gone through 8 days workshop at Achoti village, Raipur, In first week of April 2015, 50 people including Education Secretary, Education Director, Regional Director, Deputy Director, Zonal Director, ACRT official, University Vice Chancellor, Director and officers of the Department of Higher Education and Department of Technical Education took part in it. He told that this was not possible at all because all are the working at the higher levels and to pursue them for 8 days to go away from the Delhi, it was not possible, but it happened anyhow. Okay, and all have discussed. This workshop was going like 24 hours. Means conduction was for only 8 hours, but discussion was gone up to night 12, 11, 1, and they were discussing how to transform the Delhi education. Now, he has also showed discussed what is the difference between current education model and the coexistence model given by NRS. Now, this model is also implemented with different names like UHV, Value Education in Consciousness Development, or Shape Education, like Mahendra Bhaiya is implementing. So, name may be different, but the background is same. Everyone is implementing same thing with different name. So, he narrated that current model of education, it is competitive, where every student is taught biggest proof of their abilities to race ahead, leaving all their classmates behind. So, in our education system, we always teach the students that you have to go ahead, you have to take more marks, you have to compete with others, and then you will be able to get a job. Okay, so we are creating one competitive environment, and on paper we are giving education in classroom, but in reality these were war rooms. We use this word. We are creating war rooms. Okay, so here the basis of progress is conflict or exploitation. If you are not doing exploitation, then you will not go ahead. You have to do exploitation of others, then and then you can go ahead. So competition is must. If you are not competing, then you cannot go ahead. This is a model to raise children for the market to develop human resource. We are not creating human, we are creating human resource. Means he told that we are giving education for development of resource, not we are developing human being. Resources being used as a tool. The problem with tool is that they don't have a vision. They can only be of use to someone. So we are creating tools and they are used by the big companies. They don't have the understanding. So companies can use tools in any manner they want. Now, he has discussed coexistence model of education. It is important to develop child's thought process. Being a resource is just a part of his personality. The element of competition is not for leaving others behind. The competition is not with others but with oneself. Now, what we teach to the students in VECD that Visheshta or Shreshta means to become special or to become excellent. So in coexistence model, they told that you have to excel, and in that model you can help others. अगर आप विशेषता की तरफ जाएंगे तो हमेशा आपके माइंड में कंपटीशन रहेगी, दूसरों को पीछे छोड़ना, ठीक है, तो ये भाव आते हैं. लेकिन अब जब हम श्रेष्ठता के लिए प्रयास करते हैं, when we try for excellence, then I improve myself more and more. And in that process, I will be able to help others. I want to quote one thing. One person asked Swami Vivekananda that this is one line and you have to make it smaller by not touching anything. You have to make this line smaller. How you will do? So he wrote bigger line. So it becomes smaller. So we don't have to compete with others. We have to improve, every day we have to improve ourselves. Okay. In that process, you can help others. Otherwise, if you are going to compete, many times in classroom also give the example of students. Suppose there are two students A and B, and A can think that I want more marks than B, and I want more marks. What is the difference? There is much difference. First thing is competition, and another thing is cooperation. पहले में मेरा ध्यान हमेशा बी पे रहेगा, बी क्या पढ़ रहा है, बी कौन सा मटेरियल पढ़ रहा है, बी कौन से टीचर से मिल रहा है, बी कितने बजे तक पढ़ता है. और दूसरे में क्या होगा, मुझे अच्छे मार्क आ जाए, मुझे अगर 60 आ रहे हैं तो मुझे 70 आ जाए, मुझे 70 आ रहे हैं तो मुझे 80 आ जाए. तो पूरा फोकस मेरे पे होगा, बी पे नहीं होगा. उस फोकस में अगर मैं बी को भी हेल्प कर पाऊं तो अच्छा है. बाकी अगर मैं सोचूं कि बी से मैं आगे निकल जाऊं तो फिर सभी लोगों में मुझे बी दिखाई देगा. Then I will not be able to focus on myself. So the competition is not with others but with oneself, that is excellence. The purpose of competition in coexistence model is for our continued well-being, while the current model is based on deriving happiness from being more successful compared to others, or getting sad if others do better than you. So current model is having some deficiency, that if others are happy, then I will become sad. Current model is not saying that you can also become happy and other can also become happy. In coexistence model, following things should be implemented in a child after 20 years of education. These are the human standards which we always discuss when reading books. These are the 5 to 6 standards that must be implemented in the child after getting 20 years education. He, she has self-confidence, स्वयं में विश्वास. He, she stays healthy, स्वास्थ्य. He, she lives with family with prosperity, समृद्धि. He, she lives with family without any complaints, शिकायत मुक्त और अभाव मुक्त. किसी से कोई शिकायत ना हो और किसी चीज का अभाव ना हो. And last one is he, she contributes to society so that there is no terror, violence, fear and instability on earth. 3 big shortcomings of current education model have come up because of an incorrect interpretation of certain traits in economics, sociology and psychology. This is also discussed in Madhyas Darshan, that we are giving some wrong points in अर्थशास्त्र, समाजशास्त्र और मनोविज्ञान. तो उन तीनों की जो डिफिशियंसी है उसको ओवरकम करने के लिए हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. तो उन्होंने थोड़ा इसमें डिस्कस भी किया है कि इन तीनों में क्या है. हम भी रेगुलर डिस्कस करते हैं. जैसे इकोनॉमिक्स में क्या कहते हैं कि हमारी आवश्यकताएं असीमित हैं और साधन सीमित हैं. वी आर हैविंग अनलिमिटेड डिजायर्स एंड द रिसोर्सेज आर लिमिटेड. But in Madhyas Darshan they are saying that our desires are fixed, we can fix it, and the resources are plenty, means available, means they are enough. Okay. So in sociology he told that what is the problem, and in psychology also they are saying that the problem, root cause of everything is our desire. The root cause of every problem is our desire. Okay. So due to our desire we are facing many problems. Happiness, now this is the next point. Happiness curriculum, they have developed 2 curriculums. First is happiness curriculum, that is from standard nursery to standard 8, and they have developed entrepreneurship curriculum for standard 9 to 12. So this is first 8 lakh students attended 1 period of happiness class every day. Change the behavior of students. Aggression has gone down and they are very calm. Anger level was reduced. Level of concentration increased, and feedback of parents regarding students. So these are the points they have noticed that after implementing this happiness curriculum, they have observed what changes they are facing. Even parents come to the school and ask the teachers what you are giving to the children. Many parents feedback also shared. Development of happiness curriculum based on coexistence model. No moral science lesson were given in that curriculum. No chanting or praying is there. And developed by 20 Delhi government teachers, diet lecturers and principals, some reputed individuals and organizations working in the area of child psychology. So, first they were given the training for this coexistence model, means they have gone through the Parichaya Shibir, Adhyan Shibir, means detailed Jivan Vidya content was given to these teachers, and then they were asked that you have to develop this curriculum. Otherwise, without the base of this Madhyas Darshan, this happiness curriculum was not possible. If you see the happiness curriculum, every topic you observe that it is developed, it is based on this philosophy, Madhyas Darshan philosophy. Now, difference between moral education and this is that in moral education we always say that you have to do these things and you don't have to do these things. And due to that, the child is not able to understand because they ask many questions and we are not able to solve these questions logically. So in do's and don'ts, without using any do's and don'ts, they prepared this syllabus and implemented. And one more thing I would to share that if there should be some change in the behavior of teachers and parents also, because normally students don't follow the instruction, they follow the acharan, means they follow the behavior. So three main aspects of happiness curriculum: mindfulness meditation, inspirational stories, and activity oriented discussion. Whoever has gone through this syllabus, we have noticed that there are three parts in every standard, from nursery to standard 8. In every book, there are three portions. First portion is mindfulness meditation. In every class, when there is a happiness class, they give 5 minutes to student for doing mindfulness activity. Then they share one motivational or inspirational story to the students and discuss that story with the students, and then activity oriented discussion. Now there is a difference between inspiration and motivation also, because motivation is for very small time and inspiration comes from inside. So the inspiration word is used over here. First 5 minutes and last 2 minutes for meditation. Short stories are not based on moral values. They are very short stories that show the mindset of average person. Activities to help children analyze, understand and evaluate their thought process. And they have also shared 3 to 4 stories in the book also, that these type of stories are included. Because many times there is maybe opposition from casteism and other things, religion. So they have neutralized everything. Many times I was thinking that why they are using Amit and another person's name like Salim. I was confused why they are not using both Muslim word or why not using both Hindu words, because they have neutralized. No one can ask any question why you have used Salim, why you have not used Amit. Because many times Sombay also tell that ग से हम गदा पढ़ा सकते हैं लेकिन ग से हम गणेश नहीं पढ़ा सकते, क्योंकि वो थोड़ा रिलीजियस हो जाता है, इसलिए तो उन्होंने उसका भी ध्यान रखा है, क्योंकि उस जो भी करिकुलम डेवलप किया है उसमें उन्होंने सलीम भी नाम रखा है और अमित भी नाम यूज किया। एक्टिविटीज नाउ 2 aims of education: to make people learn the ability to live happily and to help others live happily. Visit of Harvard University. Manish Bhaiya visited Harvard University and shared the experience how they have created education, this happiness curriculum, and also some countries like Nepal, Afghanistan, Washington expressed interest in understanding this syllabus, because during this visit to different countries, many educationists expressed their views that this is the unique thing you are doing, and the International Education Conference he attended in Moscow in 2017 and 18. Now in this conference, mainly all educators were focusing on the how we can correct the current education system, but no one was giving what is the solution, and he gave that solution, and he also proposed that by education we can reduce our defense budget. We don't have to purchase many things. Currently we are using things for security purpose, and they were wondered how we can transfer with education this is possible or not, and he showed that yes, it is possible. And out of 50, there were 20 to 25 education minister of different countries personally visited with Manish Bhaiya and shared their views and asked how it is possible. Okay. Organizing happiness classes from nursery to class 8 for 1 year every day across 1,000 schools for 8 lakh students by 20,000 teachers is a large scale project. He narrated that it was one of the impossible tasks for me, but it happened, and drastic change he observed. Now, next was entrepreneurship mindset. Whenever he goes to the school, senior students ask him, "Sir, you have implemented nursery to 8, so what is our fault?" 9th standard, 10th standard students, teachers ask them, why we can't implement this happiness curriculum to 9th to 12th standard. Then he started again his thought process, and he thought that there are no jobs because schools and colleges are only creating job seekers and not job creators. And difference between education of other countries and India. And now he done the analysis. Why Facebook, Google, Apple, all are from outside, not from India. And he observed that they are giving the training of entrepreneurship with education. But in India, we are only following the system of giving only education, and we are creating job seeker. We are not creating entrepreneur. So, introduction of entrepreneurship mindset curriculum for Delhi schools. This curriculum is for students of class 9 to 12, infusing confidence in students to do new things, to do bigger things, to make decisions and work with courage. Now, this curriculum, why happiness was not implemented in 9 to 12? Because he told that the creation of emotion is possible up to 8th standard. Then, from 9th standard, student thinks about their career, about their earning. So after 9th, 10th, they are totally focused on their career. They are not able to understand the emotion and feelings. They are ahead of that, and they start thinking how I can earn and how can I become independent. Okay. Now in this also they face some problem, because when they tried to implement in pilot project, one student asked him, means some teacher, one girl shared that, I want to become scientist. Why should I attend entrepreneurship class? This is not useful for me. Because entrepreneurship is for them who want to create jobs. But I want to become scientist. Why should? So then again they change the focus, and they make the curriculum such that this is useful to even in IAS, this is useful in even in IPS, this is useful to even in medical person. For everyone, entrepreneurship is must. How to lead, how to work with team. Okay, so they fine-tune their syllabus. So there may not be the opposition. Like some parents don't want to make their children entrepreneurship because they don't have enough resources. They only want that his child should go for a job. I am doing a job and my child will do only job. Because they are not having resources for creating one large scale business or this. So they have fine-tuned it. He took help of 3 friends, Prithvi Reddy, an IT professional, Neeraj Gulati, well-known entrepreneur, and Tarak Boradia, PhD in computer science. He met a team and he visited Bangalore many times. And then he created a core team. Informal team was created. Responsibility to create the curriculum was given to the Sunita Kaushik, director at SCRT, and many other extraordinary teachers from Delhi school. And with them, other professionals were there to guide them how we can create the entrepreneurship, this curriculum. Curriculum was tested in 24 schools for 1 month. One student gave feedback that this curriculum is not useful for me because I wanted to become a scientist. 1 month pilot study from 1st April to 10th May was run in 24 schools. After getting this type of feedbacks, they changed the base was changed. That this entrepreneurship curriculum doesn't mean you don't do the job. Even though you are doing the job, you require this curriculum. And even you are creating a big business, then also you require this syllabus. Now, what was the entrepreneurship mindset curriculum? 26,000 students were there in 24 schools, 424 teachers were provided special training, 2 observers for each class to get the response of the students. 1 person from core team board went to schools on daily basis. Why I am narrating these things? Because he was very much aggressive in implementing these things. Otherwise, no education minister take this type of rigorous things. There should be 1 core member, there should be 2 observers, there should be a training. He can say that develop some curriculum and he may implement that curriculum for 9 to 12. Okay. This is how feedback was taken during trial, and in first week of July they implemented in 1,000 schools. Total students in 1,000 schools from 9 to 12, those are 6 lakhs, and 20,000 teachers were given orientation and training for this particular entrepreneurship mindset curriculum. The happiness was the different project, and this is the different project. First 5 minutes mindfulness, every month 1 period especially dedicated to this. Means they were going, every day they were going with this curriculum, entrepreneurship mindset curriculum, but every month they will have 1 expert lecturer from industry who have created their own business. Means who was real entrepreneur. Class 1 to 8 students need emotional development, and class 9 to 12 students focus on their lecture and care. So they are given EMC. And in last chapter, he has written that this is just the beginning. And he shared his views, what more I can do. So this is more. 2 things he had implemented, happiness curriculum and entrepreneurship development. And 3rd thing, he told that patriotism curriculum to connect students with society. Because currently, स्टूडेंट्स आर नॉट कनेक्टेड विद सोसाइटी. सभी को ऐसा लगता है कि मैं पढ़ लूँ, मेरी जॉब मिल जाए और मेरी फैमिली सेफ हो जाए. दे डोंट इवन थिंक अबाउट सोसाइटी. सो दिस ही वांट टू क्रिएट दिस पेट्रोलिज्म करिकुलम फॉर हायर लेवल. मीन्स एट कॉलेज लेवल वी कैन give them, we can show them that society is also doing something for you. To create gratitude in the students for the society, they are trying to create patriotism curriculum at that level. Having the current curriculum, improving the structure of the Delhi Education Department, change in the examination system. He has narrated very detailed things, just I am going through it. He had said that change in examination system is required because in current education system what we are doing, we are referring only last 5 years papers, and all the teachers are focusing on those questions, and they are giving the students, and students are passing the exam. So he want to change the examination system, and currently he is working on that. Instituting a new education board in Delhi, because Delhi is not having, like Gujarat board, Delhi is not having his own board. So in his own board he can do more things. Board exams and entrance exams. He told that even though any student is passing 12th board exam, but he is not eligible to pass the entrance exam. He has to do coaching because the 10% syllabus of board is covered in the entrance exam only. 90% syllabus he have to go outside. So why boards are not giving that education which coaching educations are giving? Why we are not able to give that type of education? So that scenario also we want to change. Teacher training university we want to establishing an applied science university, establishing sports university. These are future projects we want to do. Now people will be able to get a degree. One sports person asked him, people will be able to get a degree while playing the sport for their choice. Their degree will not be based on classroom teaching, but on the basis of their performance at state, national and international level. One sports person asked Manish Bhaiya that I am working more. Means that one person is doing 3 years graduate degree and I am doing more hard work than those person. But when I am going for the job, I always given the job which is up to 12th level. Means you are past 12th standard, you are past graduation level. A job is not given to the sports person. Like Dhoni, he was given TT. Means he was not given a good job because he was not having the degree. So he told that even sports person is playing 3 years and we will give the degree to him. So he will be called graduate. Not in classroom, but he is doing on the playground. So he will get the degree. So this is the best part. Still work is going. After becoming education minister, Manish Bhaiya went to Overconnect to meet Shri A. Nagraji. Nagraji told him that शिक्षा से दिल्ली का मानवीयकरण करो. Means के transform Delhi into humane society through education. And he tries for 5 years and still he is saying these words are inside me and still I want to do more things in education to transform the society. And still he is going on. Thanks for listening me. So, SC was not available, so I was thinking that. Thanks.
Because many people were sitting, so we thought we should have a cross-functional give your remarks.
मैं दिल्ली से हूँ, ये आपको पहले बता दूँ, और मेरी सारी एजुकेशन यानी कि स्कूलिंग भी दिल्ली से हुई है। उसके बाद दिल्ली कॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग से मेरी इंजीनियरिंग करी, फिर IIT दिल्ली से M.Tech किया, तो सब कुछ दिल्ली से ही है। तो दिल्ली का सिस्टम मतलब इतना खराब हो चुका था गवर्नमेंट स्कूल का कि कोई भी जो थोड़ा सा भी सेंसिबल पेरेंट होता था वो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में डालना ही नहीं चाहता। इसलिए प्राइवेट स्कूल जो है वहाँ पे बड़ा अच्छी तरह से उभरे और वो कमाई का बहुत बड़ा साधन बन गया। मैंने अपने बेटे को जब DPS में डाला तो 10 लाख रुपए का डोनेशन था दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल, क्योंकि मैं पोस्ट पे था तो आई कुड मैनेज, पर अगर प्राइवेट में कोई होगा तो उसको 10 लाख रुपए देने पड़ेंगे। तो फिर बीच में क्योंकि मैं ऑल इंडिया सर्विस में था तो ट्रांसफर वगैरह होते रहते हैं ऑल इंडिया सर्विस में, तो मेरा जैसे मैं मध्य प्रदेश छत्तीसगढ़ में रहा काफ़ी टाइम, तो उस टाइम जो है बेटा 6th क्लास में था। तो अब जो है उसको अगर वहाँ से मैं निकाल दूँ तो क्योंकि मेरी पोस्टिंग बाहर हो गई है तो अब मैं दोबारा डालूंगा तो फिर वो 10-15 लाख तो देने पड़ेंगे। तो फिर उसका सोल्यूशन निकाला मैंने मेरी वाइफ ने मिलकर ऐसे करते हैं कि 2-3 साल यहाँ भोपाल में करवाया, वो भी DPS नहीं करवाया था, पर DPS का कोई ऐसे लेन देन नहीं होता कुछ भी ऐसे। तो उसमें क्या किया कि 3 साल तक हमने DPS RK-पुरम जहाँ पे था दिल्ली में, वहाँ पे भी फीस दी और यहाँ पे पढ़ा, जिससे कि जब वापस जाएंगे तो कम से कम कंटिन्यूटी हो जाए। तो इस तरह का सिस्टम था और ये मेरे को लगता है करीब 3-4 साल पहले तक बिल्कुल ऐसे ही चल रहा है। कोई इसमें बदलाव नहीं था और किसी भी मेरे को लगता है गवर्नमेंट का या किसी का भी कभी ध्यान गया नहीं इसके ऊपर शायद और सोचा कि जो कुछ हो रहा है ठीक ही हो रहा है। ये तो मतलब मनीष भाई ने जिस तरह से मैंने देखा उसको एग्रेसिवली प्ले किया है, मतलब बिल्कुल बांध के लोगों को ले गए एक तरह से। रायपुर जब गए थे तो लिटरली बांध गए और वहां पे जो है ना मोबाइल इनके रख लिया। पर इतना ज्यादा हो सकता है मैं तो सोच नहीं पाता। और अब जो है पेरेंट्स जो है ना बेसिकली वो रियली आप जो है फील कर रहे हैं कि यस वी आर इन पावर। नहीं तो कभी पेरेंट्स ने ये फील नहीं किया कि उनको उनका कोई वैल्यू है। प्रिंसिपल मेरी अपनी सिस्टर जो है दिल्ली में प्रिंसिपल थी पहले, तो पहले तो उसकी बड़ी बड़ी जॉब चलती थी। अब जब से मैनेज किया है तो परेशान हुए। तो इतना ज्यादा प्रेशर आ गया जब पर्टिकुलरली ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा था, तो इनको शिविर करना ये करना वो तो ठीक है। तो उसके बाद क्या था कि बिल्डिंग्स में इम्प्रूवमेंट हो रहा है तो वो भी प्रिंसिपल की जिम्मेवारी है वहाँ पे भी। तो उस तरह से अल्टीमेटली जो मेरी सिस्टर ने डिसाइड किया कि भैया इतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर नहीं झेल सकती क्योंकि उन्हें अपने बच्चों को भी देखना है, तो इसलिए उसने रिजाइन किया। तो इतना प्रेशर जो है वहाँ पे था। तो ये मतलब बहुत ही मेरे हिसाब से बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट काम था, वो भी कैपिटल में जो है करना शायद और भी मुसीबत थी और यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा सेंटर का सपोर्ट भी उस तरह से बढ़िया नहीं था। तो ये मेरे हिसाब से तो मिरेकल है, इससे कम इसको मैं नहीं कह सकता। और मतलब इसमें जो सबसे अच्छी चीज हुई है वो आपको बताता हूँ। देखिए ये जीवन विद्या वाला जो कार्यक्रम है ये पहले रायपुर में 2009 में काफ़ी अच्छी तरह से चालू हुआ था और ये काफ़ी अच्छी तरह चला भी था। वहाँ पे चीफ मिनिस्टर भी इन्वॉल्व थे और वहाँ पे एजुकेशन सेक्रेटरी नंद कुमार जी भी इन्वॉल्व। पर उसके बाद जब सरकार बदलती है तो फिर सब साफ हो जाता है। तो वहाँ पे वो चल रहा है पर अब उस तरह से नहीं। तो इसी तरह से जो है हमें मतलब बड़ा मतलब मैं पर्सनली बहुत ज़्यादा इस तरह से बहुत ज़्यादा डर लग रहा था कि यार आम आदमी पार्टी यार हार गई दिल्ली तो फिर क्या होगा, तो फिर ये प्रोजेक्ट बैठ जाएगा नेचुरल। तो और बाद में पता चला कि इस प्रोजेक्ट की वजह से आम आदमी जीती। मतलब ऐसा भी हो सकता है, मतलब ये कभी सुनने में आज तक नहीं आया कि किसी एजुकेशन सिस्टम को बदलने की वजह से कोई सरकार जीत गई। तो ऐसी चीजें देखने को दिल्ली में मिरेकल से कम नहीं कह सकता मैं इसको। और पेरेंट्स का जो फीडबैक है इतना अच्छा है कि आप कह नहीं सकते, क्योंकि मैं खुद कुछ पेरेंट्स से मिला। तो पहली बार लगा कि यस जो काम होना चाहिए था वो हुआ है और आगे क्योंकि अब टाइम मिल गया थोड़ा सा, तो अब मेरे को लगता है कि स्टेबलाइज हो जाएगा। कुछ और कंट्रीज में भी ये स्टेट्स में भी आ रहा है, कुछ और कंट्रीज में भी जाएगा। तो धीरे धीरे स्टेबलाइज होके और एक अच्छा स्टैंडर्ड बन जाएगा, जो कि मेरे को लगता है आज़ादी के बाद एजुकेशन के ऊपर कोई तवज्जो दिया नहीं गया शायद। तो पहली बार ये एक बहुत बड़ा चेंज हमारी कंट्री में हो रहा है। तो हम सब उसमें जो है भागीदार बने। और आत्मीय यूनिवर्सिटी में देखता हूँ यहाँ पे एक मेजर रोल है, यहाँ पे आप यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पर ट्रांसफर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो ऐसी चीज़ें जो है मुझको लगता है कि ये सबकी भागीदारी से ही हो सकती हैं, ये कंपटीशन वाले उससे नहीं हो सकती। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे जो है श्रेष्ठता का भाव जो है वो रखना पड़ेगा और हमें मिल के कुछ काम करना पड़ेगा। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जिस तरह से आप लोग सब लगे हुए हैं, BECD सेल में मैं बहुत नज़दीक से देख रहा हूँ हर एक टीचर्स को, जो भी प्रोफेसर्स वगैरह, हालांकि आज स्टूडेंट नहीं है पर मैंने पहले जब मैं आया था तो मैंने क्लासेस वगैरह भी अटेंड करी थी। तो जिस तरह से मेहनत चल रही है वो बहुत बढ़िया है, काबिल तारीफ है। इसको थोड़ा सा और आगे बढ़ाना है। कोरोना ने थोड़ा सा उसको सेटबैक कर दिया है, तो उसको भी हमें ऑफसेट करना है। तो इन शब्दों के साथ आप लोगों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और इस तरह की चीज़ें कुछ होती रहे तो मेरे को लगता है, मैंने ये सजेशन दिया था एक मीटिंग में कि सेंटर को कुछ नई चीज़ कुछ करें और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि आप लोगों ने मेरी बात मानी और इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।